Works out.
Yeah, that don't work during training, Bullet.
Yeah.
All contracts are no good.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
of course, we don't want sound effects in the back. I don't want nobody to think we got like a train school.
Yeah, or people here.
Yeah. It may kill the whole gimmick, boy.
I know.
All right, let me get set. I got my Superstar Billy Graham shirt on today.
Right.
Are we ready, Bullet? Light, camera?
Lights, camera, all that. We're
Okay,
rolling.
we're ready. We're ready.
Okay.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, thank you. Hey, you might be holding the book by the end of this program.
I love it, boy. Dang, man. It's nice to know that when I go home to be with the Lord that this great show is in good hands. Let me tell you, boy.
Extremely.
Remember, but we're going.
Yeah.
There we go. Remember, but we're gonna stuff me like Roy Rogers did his horse. Okay.
Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, we're gonna stuff me and just put me right here. Okay.
Okay.
And you do the show. You know.
Might be the other way around. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll go together. Okay.
We can get a mannequin that go like this.
We'll go together. Oh, I love that, boy. Very sentimental. Okay. I'm sorry, we ain't even doing the show yet.
I know, right? We can't give them all this free stuff.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Yes.
You hear the claps. You know what time it is. George, how was your weekend?
Bullet, my weekend was unbelievable. I really mean it this time. All the other 96 episodes, I didn't really mean it. But I really had a great weekend, Bullet. I really did. I had a great little event that we did for Hardcore Championship Wrestling up in Forest City. Of course, they had the hardcore legend, Sabu was there. I seen him pointing and I just ran and had a picture made with him, Bullet. So
Looks like it.
I sure did. It's actually two different pictures. We just fused them together.
Yeah,
Because he wouldn't take a picture with me. But anyway, Bullet, the book did sneak in there, had a great little show there. Sabu worked one of their guys and beat him to death with the chair, which is very enjoyable for me. So they had a great crowd, Bullet, always great, a lot of fans. One goof, which I won't put him in an idiot, but he actually asked, was that the real Sabu? So I never had that asked before.
I think you see him. When you see
oh my
that?
gosh. I mean, is there another one? I mean, come on, goofball. But anyway, I think the guy was a little disappointed because he didn't think it was the real Sabu. So,
You have scars across your stomach.
You don't make them up, boy.
And nobody else is wearing those pants.
Nobody wears those pants, okay? But anyway, so I got a big kick out of that. Had a great little event there. And, of course, finished up there, got back home, sold a few books there, did real good there, Bullet. And then Sunday afternoon, had a great time with my grandchildren. But I don't get them all together at the same time, but they're a little jealousy there. Very hardish family, a little bit. If you spend more time with Owen than you do Brett, and a little jealousy. But anyway, had a great time then, Bullet. And of course, this week's what I really want to talk about, Halloween week, Bullet. Of course, we're in our costumes, same costumes we've had every show.
That's right.
But I actually thought about us switching places, but we done did that, Bullet. We don't really
might do that again. Who knows?
But Halloween this week, big Halloween event for me, Bullet. Of course, we're all so busy here, of course, at George South TV, highspots.com. I'm going up to Tarboro, North Carolina this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Of course, Halloween's Friday. They got a huge festival there in town. First time ever for me, Bullet, doing the wrestling event at the Piggly Wiggly grocery store. Bullet.
Is this the same town that they had put in the courtyard, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Remember, some of my best one-liners ever was at that courtroom. Remember the big old lady showed up, and I told her what she's doing here. She's supposed to be there on Monday. But, yes.
I forgot about that. That was the all-time great
But
line.
it wasn't better than the big Santa Claus guy. Remember the best? But he only had like Santa gear from like here.
Yeah.
Remember, and then he had like cut-off blue jeans. So we just told him he ran out of money to get the whole costume. But a great day of one-liners. So I would like to go back there just because those people were easy to make fun of. So, but we're going to be downtown Piggly Wiggly, right downtown. A huge festival. They're going to give out trick-or-treat candy and stuff with all the kids and stuff. So us wrestlers after the event get to hang out with the kids. So that's going to be perfect right down our alley. Free candy, Bullet. So we finish up there that night. And then, of course, stay over. We got Rock and Roll Express, Baby Dolls there, Ivan Koloff there, Barbarian. A great little Mid-Atlantic feel to it. And then, of course, Saturday is the big event, 4 o'clock, just about 20 minutes down the road at Piney Grove Baptist Church. A big, huge free event there. Both events are free, believe it or not, Bullet. So going to keep the same crew there, finish up there Saturday, and then, of course, we will head back home. So a lot of stuff going on. My hat's off to. I spoke to our Stan Lane tonight, and he's got a very special trip coming up soon. He's
going to China.
Yes, he is, Bullet.
So China.
I am very tickled.
This is one of those China tours that more than likely is going to happen.
I told him what.
Nobody's going to believe it till he's there. Until I see him on the Great Wall, I'm not going to believe
that's
he's
exactly
there.
right.
So.
They see he ain't seen nothing like him over there. He may keep him. Bullet. I'm telling you, he may be like, instead of the state bird, he'll be like the state, like, wrestler or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
But they used to draw real good, Bullet, in China, believe it or not. It doesn't have much wrestling over there. Everybody thinks of Japan and all them other places, but those people over there are really starving, I think. Now, this may be, like we were joking with Stan Lane, this may be the last time wrestling ever goes over there, but he's going to give it a shot. So my hat's off to one of our special students here at our George South Training School is getting his trip to go to China. So
it'd be interesting.
It'd be very.
There's going to be a story. There is going to be a story, good, bad, or indifferent.
As long as what was it? Wasn't our Bobby Houston guy that got like to the airport and called it off or something? Yeah.
You know that he didn't call it off. No, I think the government of UK called it off. Customs called it off for him. I don't think it was him that called it off.
I don't think Stanley's just going to show up and hope to get flew over there.
Yeah.
Like Bob Houston did. But anyway, a lot of stuff happening here. Bullet got a lot of stuff going on here at George South TV show, highspots.com. And where will you be?
Just when in doubt, just say highspots.com.
No, I love that. That's why. If it wasn't hanging on the wall back there, Bullet, I'd forget where we was at.
If you're at a loss for words, just say highspots.com.
We can't go wrong. We can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with that.
As long as we keep the sign up on the wall.
But I'm not lost for words where I'm going to be at this weekend, which is Fireball's Grindhouse Wrestling. It's the same promotion that brought in Necro Butcher that one time. Did like crazy stuff. But he's back at Tremont again. That's right. The Man Scout is returning to Tremont Music Hall this Friday to take on the Party Mantle, Zane Riley, otherwise known as Joe LeDuc. So I will be taking him on. So I will actually have a good match. I won't hit my wife afterwards. So that will be nice. That'll be a nice.
And what a great video! I love the one, very Twilight Zone-ish. The one of you laying there, Bullet. That was it. Yes. But my question, being a fan, is: was you turning or the cameraman turning? I just gotta know. You may not can reveal that secret.
Well, there might have been some director's thing going on that my head was spinning from whatever move I just got done taking. But I mean that's some creative license.
A lot of good graphics in that. Let me tell you.
But, and I got a little credit to Miss Bullet for some assistant directing on that. So
that's very good acting on your part, Bullet.
I know how to act when I'm like when I'm waiting to get pinned, George. I'm pretty good at that.
I love that. And so Tremont,
Tremont Music Hall this Saturday, November 1st. I believe doors open at 7. There's going to be music. There's going to be burlesque dancers. There's going to be wrestling. We might kill the whole town.
We got it all.
We got it all. Day of the Dead, day after Halloween. What better way to ring in November?
That's exactly right. And you're doing it the smart way. You have a lot of stuff, so they can't just blame wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas I would just do wrestling and get blamed for killing the town.
Oh, if the houses are down, I'm blaming those burlesque dancers. Because if anybody's going to draw a crowd, it's down.
Listen, if one of them don't show up, which you have been taught through George South Training School, that you can get up there and burlesque dance. Whatever they need.
Whatever they need.
You know that.
Whatever they need.
Everybody's panicking, worrying when one of them don't show up. We'll just do it. Bullet.
Yeah,
we'll just do it. So, with all that being said, Bullet, we're right here in the middle of training here at George South Training School. And then with all that being said, I do have somebody special for our annual...
they're all special, George.
Oh, they're all special.
They're all special in their own little way.
And this is still... this bag is still called the Jeff Smith Idiot Bag.
Yeah, and we would love to call it the American Air Idiot Bag, but it's still the Jeff Smith
Jeff Smith Idiot Bag.
So American Air.
The biggest reason is, as I shared last week a little bit, this guy completely is out of my life. I'll never deal with him again, or his wife that cussed me, or his kids that cussed me. But this guy actually sent, and one of our friends, you mess with our friends, you mess with anybody. Yep. Our friends kind of delete him. Well, he sent out he sent out apology letters to my friends, who he didn't cuss them. But he hadn't apologized to me, my son, or anybody for and of course, he gives a big long list of all this medicine he's on, all this kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, bro, if I was on that good of a medicine, I sure wouldn't be dogging people, man. I'd be loving everybody. So he's probably lying about his medicine. But anyway, with Jeff Smith being said, Bullet, I got a new contestant this week for our Idiot Bag. You know, Bullet, this past week, I was very proud of myself because I usually just drive by the gym, but I went back to the gym a little bit and just started doing a little bit. Very, very boogyish Jimmy Vandis. I do my own little thing.
Trust me, I know what it is, George. I just came off a big run here.
Yeah. So. Well, it's like my daughter Abigail says. Dad, she says, you don't really have to work out as long as your friends see your car in the parking lot. So I kind of like that.
Yeah. Very South family saying right there.
Man, my daughter's learning, Bullet. Yeah. I'm so proud of her for that comment. But anyway, so I'm in there, and of course it's kind of early in the morning, and there's this gentleman, Todd, who will go into the Idiot Bag. Okay, I didn't even want to know his last name, but he kind of recognized me or thought I was some wrestler or whatever. And so, but my whole point I'm getting at here, Bullet, common sense has to sometimes set in, is what I'm getting at. And it didn't yet in our conversation with Todd. But anyway, he comes up. first thing, and I can tell you, and the fans and the viewers can tell us of this great TV show, that he used to be a wrestler, as you know. So anyway, but which is fine. But when I've got like 20 pounds over my head and I'm about ready to drop it on myself because I don't even want to be there, Bullet, it ain't fine. No. So he tells me, he goes in the process, he used to work for Jim Crockett and all this kind of crap, which I know, oh my gosh, no he did not. Now this is a grown man again, is what I'm talking about. And this is just what really aggravated me, Bullet, is I just kind of nodded, you know, that fake nod I do when I act like I'm interested when I'm not. So I just said, that's good, and then I walked away, and of course he followed me. Todd followed me. And I ain't seen him pick up a weight, drink a water bottle or anything.
Because he said he knows you because he used to work
for
Crockett.
He used to work for the Crockett. And then when he told me this, he said that if I ever needed any advice in weightlifting or whatever, that him and Warlord used to work out together. So now this is getting nuts here by then, Bullet, because you just look at the guy. And the poor guy, I thought he was in there fixing the plumbing, is what I thought. The guy never lifted weights.
Ralphus is giving you tips on weightlifting.
But I know Warlord would have killed him if this guy would have. And then he goes in this long, drawn-out thing about, you know, all these wrestlers knew. But this is the reason Todd's going in the idiot bag this week. Then he gets on the subject, Bullet, this is a grown man, of all the wrestlers that have died. Now, I hate that. I really do hate that. Majority of them were my good friends, Bullet, and nothing, no matter what you say, and it wasn't just the issue of, he had to list every wrestler that has died. He had a reason for all their deaths. And this is during the morning hours when I didn't even want to be around anybody, and he would not shut up. And I finally, after about an hour, I mean, he listed just a million guys. Some of them I don't even think have passed away yet, to be honest with you, Bullet. It just name drop. But with all that being said, Todd goes in the idiot bag because I finally just stopped. And I said, Todd, listen, I said, those were a lot of more. And here's what I'm getting at, Bullet, is he had a very FBI-ish input on every death, if that makes sense. And I'm telling you, boy, I just got fed up with it. I did, and I just said, Todd, listen. I said, brother, I got to go. I said, but I'm going to tell you, a lot of these guys were my friends, and everybody kind of has their opinion on some of it. But here's what I'm getting at. None of it was positive about it. None of it was, Bullet. It was all, well, they had this, had that, and they did this, and they died. And, I mean, it was one, I'm taking 30 or 40 people. So, Todd, I will avoid him. If there's a reason not to go to that gym, it will be that Todd. And I hope he does see this show. He did mention that he has seen our show, so I hope he gets the hint. But my whole point about why Todd is in the idiot bag this week is, what did it even matter? You see what I'm saying? If you loved all these great wrestlers that were my friends, I made a lot of trips with these guys, then there's so much positive to talk about those individuals. Well, yeah. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and let's put this all kind of in perspective and then spin this into normal people, because normal people actually do watch us. There's 3 or 4 of you. Now let's put this into perspective. The guy walks up to you, says he used to wrestle for Crockett. Yes. Probably he did or he didn't. What makes it work? What difference? What it is? You've been there, you've done your thing, and that's
right.
But then he wants to proceed to talk about all these wrestlers that died and then break another reason. What if I, measly old little Jake Manning, walk up to, let's say, Howie Long.
Yes.
And tell Howie Long how I used to play in NFL Europe. I used to play college ball, and which are credentials that are not true, but they're very trumped up. And so tell all these lists, and then I start listing off, hey, and then there's this Junior Seau,
yeah.
And then Lyle Alzado, and he died because of this.
Yes.
Now, what kind of
same good
that's the exact same thing right there. Do you understand how crazy that sounds? That's
exactly right.
Now in pro wrestling, when we say that story, people laugh and giggle like, "Oh, that's just funny." No, that's how crazy, and it's not beyond the bounds and limitations for what we deal with people that come up to us
exactly
when we tell each other we're in wrestling, because that happens more often than not.
That's exactly right.
But you don't see my story that I just elaborated, my analogy, you didn't see that ever happen because Howie Long would kill you.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And that's a very good comparison.
Let's put that all in perspective there.
That is very good. Thank you for doing that, Bullet, because it, like you said, it does, when you talk about football or any other kind of sport, it's accepted, but all of a sudden when you do it in the wrestling realm, that it's all like made of a joke or something. And that really, I didn't like it.
Just because it's pro wrestling doesn't mean you have to act like an idiot.
That's exactly right. Very good point, Bullet. Very good point. So, thank you for just summing all that up, because I really want to stress that part of it, Bullet, that even, and see, he just killed his whole story about how much he loved wrestling, how much all this with the story.
But people do that all the time. The second you bring up wrestling, they want to bring up all these deaths. Like
they
I said,
sure do.
I don't walk up to John Elway and tell him how awesome I think it was when the Super Bowl when he dove and spun around and he won the Super Bowl, how great it was, and we start talking about all the people that died.
That's exactly
we
right.
don't do that.
And and you just stare sometimes. I do. All the goofy weirdos and stuff, crazy people that we meet, Bullet, you just stare at this guy and you think, are you even real? But I mean, honestly, and you're just an idiot, and I'll avoid him like the plague. It gives me a good man. I didn't even have a reason not to go to the gym. Now I got a reason. I did, and I'm serious. I saw what car it was his, and if it's there, I'll go to the Pizza Hut next door. Bullet, just hang out there.
Well, as long as you park your car, obviously in the gym parking lot, that's all that matters, according to the so you park it there.
I love you. I love you, Abigail. Oh man, I tell you, I love her viewpoint on gym working out than mine anyway. But thank you, Bullet. I know we got to get out of here. I got some guys to throw around, but thank you for just summing all that up, and that is a very good point. Way to illustrate it is, these our friends in professional wrestling that have passed away were our good friends. Bullet, they were human beings. I mean, come on, people, and just remember it from the great name that they had, the great what am I thinking? What they contributed to professional wrestling is what I'm thinking of, Bullet. Anyway, so with all that being said, Todd is in our idiot bag, and he will stay in there. So anyway, I'm done, Bullet. I'm done. In a good mood.
Wrap that all up and stuff. Like you kind of tripped over words in the end. And,
I know.
And like I said, sometimes.
Well, I just saw Stan Lane. He's beautiful. So, Dad, burn it. That make me.
Well, like I said before.
Oh, I know, China. You better give him back. I'm gonna be hot. Dad,
the country, not the former.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Boy.
Yeah.
What the heck? I saw one of her stand-ups the other week. I couldn't believe that. One of them big China stand-ups. I mean, somebody bought it, which was like that's what you want them to do, but it just shocked me. I had The Rock, Jericho, and China. Somebody bought China. But anyway, yeah, we're talking about the country of China. You just better give Stan Lane back. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
I'll go after him. Okay.
So anyways, like I said before, if you're ever lost for words, just say highspots.com, which is where
I love that,
the second greatest book of all time is available. Dad, you don't work, you wrestle.
Thank you, boy. Good job, Bullet. You don't want to do another one? Oh, we got students.
Yeah, you got to train. You got to train.
Thank you, Bullet, for that illustration. That's exactly what I tried to say. It took me 2 hours to say what you said in 10 minutes.
No problem.